Good morning, friends. This is Dr. Janardhan Pawar from TC College. Once again, we are here for our third video of group discussion. We have seen different aspects of group discussion so far, and now we are going to talk about one more aspect of group discussion. While conducting GD, the person who is sitting as a jury member, what he is going to observe, what he is going to assess from you. Suppose you are a part of group discussion or you are a member of that particular group which is called for the discussion. So as a jury member, what things can be assessed, what things can be judged, what skills can be assessed, and what skills can be judged during the process of group discussion, that and those we are discussing here in this video. So whenever you are there for the group discussion, certain skills are assessed, certain skills are observed by the jury members, and those skills are one by one we are going to discuss today. First one, communication skills. Whenever you are there in a group discussion, whenever you are there for a group discussion, the first skill that is assessed, that is observed by the jury member, that is communication skill. Communication skill is nothing but what, how you communicate with each other, what are the ways and how you interact with each other, that is also judged, that is also observed by the jury member. So this is what you need to focus on, your communication skill. Then interpersonal skills means what, how you interact with each other, then how you ask questions, how you answer those questions, and so many things which are there in interpersonal skills, that is also assessed by the jury members. And this is what it is very very important when you want to go for this much. Then leadership skills are also judged, and that is also a part of group discussion. Then motivational skills, how you motivate with others, motivate others, that is also judged here. Team building is important, how you create your team, how you build your team, and how you deal with your team, that is also judged, that is also observed here. Tolerance means what, how you tolerate with each other during your presentation, during your discussion, that is also observed in this particular activity. The next one is academic skills. Whatever academic skills you have, those are also observed, those are also judged by the jury members. So whatever academic knowledge you have, whatever writing skill you have, whatever speaking skill you have, whatever drafting skill you have, those are also judged. Then they will also observe your out of box thinking, how you think a little bit different than other, that is also judged here. Then they will also observe your listening skill, how you listen, how you talk with others, that is also measured, that is also judged, that is also observed by your jury members. Then they will also go for your presentation skills, whatever presentation skills that you have and how you present in front of others, that is also judged here. Then analytical and logical skills, how you go for analysis, or what sort of analytical skills that you have, what sort of logic you are going to apply, and how those logics are important in your GD, that is also they also they also observe, they also assess. And this is what we can say, these are the skills which are assessed in or during the process of GD by the jury members, that we can say here, that we can discussed here. Moving on to the next one, that is what is judged when people are there for GD. So what can be what are the things which can be judged by the jury member, that we are going to see here. So whenever there is one person, and if that person is going to observe you, that person is going to judge you, so what points he is going to judge from his jury's point of view, that we are going to discuss here. How good you are at communication with others, so that jury member is going to see how you are communicating with others, at the same time how you behave and interact with the group. So whenever you are sitting in a group, during that particular period, how you behave and how you interact with the group, that is also discussed here. How open minded you are. So see, most of the time what happen, we are a little bit shy nature, and we do not open up with everyone and every point of time. So this is what also that can be also judged. Then that they can see your listening skills, then how you put forward your views, how you come to give forward, and how you put your point, and how you try to convince your other members for your point, that is also judged. your leadership and decision making skills. Most of the time, leaders are there and they take right decisions. So what sort of skills you have, and that is your leadership skill, and how those skills are important for you guys to take your right decisions. They're your analysis skill and subject knowledge. So whenever you want to go for analysis, and your subject knowledge is also important. Then problem solving and critical thinking skills. Most of the time we need to solve some problems by applying critical thinking. So that whether do you have that skill or not, that is also judged. Your attitude and confidence, most of the time that is very important. So what sort of attitude you have and what sort of confidence you have, that is also judged. So you should have positive attitudes and you should have self-confidence to solve the problems. So these are the things which can be judged at the time of going for JD. And as a jury member, that jury member will go for this kind of things. Most of the things that we are going to see here. Now we are going to talk about good way. If you want to make your presentation, if you want to make your discussion good, there are certain things that we need to take care, and those things are consistent participation. You should be a consistent participant. You have to show your consistency in participation. Also keenness in listening and observing. You should be very keen in observing and listening. You should be very particular. You should be very sincere in listening and observing. Time sharing and orderly contact. So whenever you are there in that particular group for discussion, you should have to share the time. At the same time, you have to maintain the order of conducting the group discussion. Ability to handle turbulent situations. Sometimes, most of the time, there are turbulent situations. There are situations which will create some trouble. So you should have that ability to handle that particular situation. Ability to cut excessively exuberant participants down to size. There are certain participants that they want to create some chaos, so you need to handle them in a very right manner. Ability to dominate for proceedings without bullying others. So most of the time you need to show your effectiveness. You need to show that your dominance without hurting others. That skill you should have. Avoiding personal comments. Most of the times when you go for the group discussion, try to avoid specifically and purposefully, you avoid personal comments. Do not talk on somebody's personal aspects, somebody's personal points. Ask open-ended questions. Do not ask descriptive questions. Try to ask some open-ended questions in a yes no format. Validate with examples. If you want to explain the concept with some examples, always show those or give some examples so that it can be validated. Express your argument with few facts cases. If you want to show your argument strong, you need to show some facts, you need to show some cases, then only it can be more effective. And accept criticism politely. If somebody is going to criticize, do not show your anger to him. Do not trouble him. Do not take it very seriously. Try to accept your criticism if somebody is going to criticize you in a polite manner. So these are the things to make your group discussion effective and positive. So only this much we have seen in this video. In next video we are going to talk about do's and don'ts that we are going to see at the time of group discussion. What sort of things that can be done and what should not be done at the time of group discussion, that we are discussing in next videos. So only this much for this. Thank you so much. Take care and bye bye.